Hello, my last video got absolutely bombarded by straight up racists in my comment section. Let's hope that video doesn't get into that pipeline again. Now, I will say this. Not everyone was. Most of them were just ignorant. But a lot of them were straight up just making shit up. So, I wanted to talk about why I talk about the things that I do. So, let's get started. You usually see these videos where I just talk, because that's the playlist. I talk about things because I want to talk about them. I I absolutely despise grifters. I hate whenever people talk about shit because it makes them money. I hate whenever they talk about things because it's the popular talking point. I talk about things because I care about them, and I actually enjoy talking about them. That's why I talked about the whole bear in the woods thing. I thought it was funny. But so many people got very mad at me in the comments for the shit that I said in that video. And then there were also people in this Assassin's Creed video that I also talked about that were just saying the worst things imaginable. Despite the fact that in the video that they didn't care to watch because all they wanted was to disagree with me and spout their own bullshit, I mentioned that Yasuke was a retainer. He was not a samurai, even though retainers were a form of potential samurai. They served the same purpose. They weren't the same, but whatever. I digress. If you watch that video, I actually talk about it. But people aren't concerned with historical accuracy because most Assassin's Creed fans are never worried about historical accuracy. They care about the details of the world, yes, but when it comes to fictional historical characters, it doesn't usually matter. That's why people didn't get up in arms about the fact that George Washington was almost a monarch or was a dictator in a bad timeline or, Da Vinci making a flying machine or Socrates existing, despite the fact that there's very little to support that Socrates even existed, and there's more potential of the fact that that was just a pseudonym used by many writers at the time rather than an actual historical figure, unlike someone like Plato. But hey, was it Origins? Whichever one was set in ancient Greece, you see Socrates. You talk to Socrates. So yeah, these games have been about historical fictions with romanticizing history forever. And I talked about it because it was interesting to me, and I wanted to defend it against racism and actually offer up shit that is factual and actual, like, not just saying, oh, well, I don't want the black man in the video game because he's black, or they're misrepresenting Japanese culture. Despite the fact that every single person in the comments that was complaining about Yasuke seemingly forgot that the main character of the game is an Asian woman who's on the cover in front of Yasuke, taking up more space on the cover than him. We just forgot about that. And then the people that did pay attention to that were like, well, there were no female ninjas. I mentioned that in the video, dumbass. And I said that, oh, well, yeah, female ninjas didn't exist. And they didn't wear katanas or use katanas. But again, Assassin's Creed isn't about historical accuracy. It's about caring about the details of the world, but taking liberties with characters and fictional ideas, and then making it interesting by romanticizing it. A very romanticized video or image of ninjas are them wearing katanas and using katanas. Yeah. Also, I don't talk about shit because it's woke or my agenda or whatever. Yeah, most of the shit I talk about is woke. Big fucking surprise by the guy that has made videos on Palestine. Wow! That's a big fucking surprise, right? But I talk about this shit because I actually enjoy it. I enjoy talking about it. I think they are issues that need to be talked about, and I will defend them because shit's fucked, and it shouldn't be like that. There are people that just complain about skin color like fucking morons, and I actively call that out. And everyone in the comments were also getting mad at me for the fact that I was matching people's energy. People were insulting me in the comments, so I insulted them back, and suddenly, wow, that's a bad thing to do. No, fuck you. If you come in my comment section spouting bullshit, you're gonna get met with some more bullshit. You come into my space and say this shit, yeah, I can say that. No matter how many people dislike the video or comment bigoted shit that makes no sense, there were a few that actually made good talking points and I tried engaging with, but ended up devolving into nothing but buzzwords. I'm going to talk back against you. I talk about the shit that I talk about, again, because I care about it. Which is such a that people can't get through their minds. I'm not making arguments to make arguments. I'm talking about them because they need to be talked about. And because of people like those in the comment sections exist and need to be spoken over. How's that so hard to comprehend? I don't get it. I genuinely I don't get it. Like, there were comments upon comments talking about things like DEI, which again, what does it stand for? Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Wow, what a bad thing. Now, I will say, yeah, that can be a bad thing whenever it's people doing inclusive movements to only make money. I talked about that in the comments, but people seemingly ignored that. I don't like Ubisoft. I'm not defending this multi-billion-dollar company. I was excited, and I said I was excited for Assassin's Creed Shadows because it's set in Japan, and it has Yasuke in it. I was like, wow, that's a cool historical character that I know about. I want to see what they do about that. Oh, wow, female ninja. That's cool. That's an interesting idea. I want to see what they do about that. But no, the exact mention of a female or a black dude or anyone that isn't what they are unironically triggers them into spouting and like breaking into a million pieces, being unironic snowflakes, despite the fact that I'm the one just calling out their bullshit. They're the ones that started this, and I'm calling that out. Like, I don't get it. I like bringing positivity into the world. I like talking about things and making light of things and talking about things because they are issues. A lot of the shit that I talk about is very grim. It's dark. It is a bad, bad world out there. But one of the comments I saw out there was that despite that all, I still smile through it. Yeah, I try to, because this is my channel. I talk about the things that I care about. I do what I want on this channel, and I want to bring that to you guys. I want to push that out there, and I want to get that popularity out there as well, because of me being myself and doing what I want. I'm not doing what other people are doing. That's the whole point. I am doing this because I want to. Very off script, very off the cuff, all over the place. I know I repeated myself a lot in this video, but I kind of have to repeat it to get that through a lot of people's heads, that if they end up seeing this video and we're the people that are just being racist bigots or whatever, yeah, all of my stuff is going to be about calling out racism or talking about inclusivity or so on, if it ever brings up and is ever brought up. I play games and I talk about how that plays into them, right? Or talking about how interesting stories are. I dissect videos and video games and stuff that I talk about, right? I talk about things because I want to. I don't do it just to make money. I'm not even making any money on YouTube. So, what's there to grift about? Yeah, I was called a grifter. Dude, I'm a 200 subscriber channel, or almost 500 subscriber channel with barely 1,000 views on each video. I think I'm the least grifter person you can meet, and you can pretty much tell that I'm talking about it because I actually care about it and want to talk about it. Anyway, let's hope this doesn't fall into the wrong pipeline again. Thank you all for watching. If you want to support me, I have a Cash App down below. Other than that, leave a comment. I'll see you guys in the next one. Click!